I don't engage much now on Twitter because it's sort of pointless.
Free speech. It's a topic that stirs emotions, divides opinions, and shapes societies. But what happens when the ability to express ourselves openly is threatened? Ricky Gervais has something to say, and trust us, you need to hear it. From the left to the right, from Elon Musk to Kamala Harris, Ricky dives into why we must fight for the right to speak, debate, and yes, even disagree. In this eye-opening discussion, he warns of a world where questioning is silenced and dogma takes over. Could this be the end of free speech as we know it? Let's find out. Ricky Gervais is no stranger to controversy. Known for his sharp wit and unfiltered humor, he often dives into topics that others fear to touch. In a recent discussion, he dropped a truth bomb that has everyone talking. Free speech is under threat, and it's not just a political issue, it's a societal crisis. So why does this matter? Let's start with Ricky's take on modern politics and public discourse. In his words,
everyone just falls into two tribes. It's just like cults now. There's no nuance. You can't discuss anything.
Powerful, isn't it? But he doesn't stop there. Ricky pointed out the dangers of tribalism, where people are boxed into categories based on a single opinion or action. If you're mildly left-wing, you're a Trotskyite. If you're slightly right-wing, you're labeled as Hitler. What if you're a centrist? Forget about it, you're hated by both sides. But here's the point, he believes this isn't just about politics, it's about the erosion of free thought. According to Ricky, platforms like Twitter have amplified this problem. People don't debate or discuss anymore. Instead, they pile on, shut down, and silence dissent. Isn't that terrifying? Consider his words.
No one looks at the argument anymore. Anyway, even if you can discuss it, no one looks at the argument. They decide what side you're on, and if you're on the wrong side, they discredit you.
This leads to what Ricky calls a new dogma, where questioning is no longer allowed and everyone is afraid to speak up.
Somehow they don't want to discuss it, and it is creating a new sort of dogma.
In this conversation, Ricky also touched upon the rifts political disagreement is causing among the masses.
It's like a game of British Bulldog politics now. So it starts off like that, and then soon you've got them all, you're all on the same side, and so you have to amongst yourselves.
This is indeed a reflection of political failure. But it wasn't just a one-sided critique. Ricky also brought Elon Musk into the discussion, highlighting the controversial stance of the billionaire on free speech. While Musk claims to champion open dialogue, critics argue he often silences those who oppose him. Ricky questioned whether Musk's version of free speech is truly free, or just another form of control. This raises an important question. Can we truly have free speech if only certain voices are amplified? Gervais believes that the answer lies in balance. He said,
in a tweet, people go down the tweets and see who people follow now, and they go, "Oh, I thought you'd follow him." Well, you should read more than one opinion. You should speak to all different people and argue with them. If there's one thing that all sides should agree on, it's free speech.
Yet our current culture discourages this. Instead, it rewards outrage, echo chambers, and blind allegiance. Ricky then discussed the broader societal consequences of this division. He highlighted how families and friendships are being torn apart over political differences.
I remember when I was growing up, everyone I knew, they're like, Dad voted Tory, Mum voted Labour, or vice versa. That was it. There was no discussion. There's no discussion. Now, difference of opinions rips families apart. It's f***ing mental.
Isn't he right here? Today, even the slightest disagreement can cause lifelong rifts. Free speech isn't just a right, it's a responsibility. If you don't protect it, who will? Here, let's ask you, do you agree with Ricky Gervais? When was the last time you had a meaningful conversation with someone who disagreed with you? I'm curious to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Let's continue with the debate. Ricky Gervais didn't just highlight the problem, he also pointed out how he got here. He reflected on the early days of Twitter, when people debated ideas instead of tearing each other apart. Back then, it wasn't about silencing someone, it was about proving your point. But as he noted, things have changed. Now even the leaders of these pylons are getting a taste of their own medicine. They say the wrong thing, and suddenly they're the target. Ricky calls this poetic justice.
But what goes around comes around. I've seen it before at the beginning of Twitter. People would have a go at you about their issue, and they'd slam you and you'd say the wrong term or something, and then it would be a pylon, and people would be shut down or delete their account, and it was like a victory.
One of the most powerful moments in Ricky's talk was when he shared a story about his friend, Warwick Davis. Warwick, an actor with dwarfism, often encounters curious kids in public. Once he encounters a kid in the supermarket who kind of stares at him. But here's the tragedy. We've created a culture where questions are seen as offensive. Parents pull their kids away, afraid to hurt feelings. The same happened in the earlier case. Instead of shying away, Ricky wants parents to let their kids ask questions freely. They must not impose their thoughts upon their ripe minds.
That's how we learn. By questioning things. There's no right or wrong questions. No right or wrong questions. That doesn't make sense, right? There are only right and wrong answers. And whenever someone says to me, you shouldn't question this, like that, that's not how we progress.
This fear of questioning extends beyond social interactions. It's infiltrated science, politics, and even education. Ricky emphasized that progress comes from questioning, not blindly accepting. Ricky also touched on how this culture of silencing dissent affects creativity and innovation. He argued that the fear of being canceled or attacked prevents people from sharing bold ideas. Ricky pointed out,
it's crazy. People shot down, people scared to even ask a question, so they opt out, And then people are angry that people don't speak up. Well, because they can sort of do without it.
He emphasized that progress relies on risk-taking and open dialogue. Without it, we stagnate. So what can we do? Ricky Gervais believes it starts with bravery. We need to stop being afraid of asking hard questions, because without them, we can't solve hard problems. Ricky's message is clear. Free speech is not a right. It's a lifeline for progress. Without it, we risk falling into a world of dogma, division, and decay. So let's take his advice. Question everything. Debate passionately. Most importantly, listen, even to those you disagree with. The fight for free speech isn't about taking sides. It's about preserving the ability to have sides at all. Because as Ricky reminds us,
you'll never be woke enough not to be eventually destroyed by your own people.
The fight for free speech starts with you. Will you be a part of the solution, or let fear dictate the narrative? Share your thoughts down in the comment section below. We want to hear your voice. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you in the next video.